demo purposes so you can see the numbers. Right now we're at 1335 and a cylinder head temperature 301. What we're going to do is start slowly bringing the mixture back. About a 1/16 of an inch per second according to the book. Very slowly, it's barely moving back, but notice how the temperatures are starting to go up. Some of this is recovering from having gone full rich mixture. Okay, EGTs are coming up.
And we know we're not going to be close until we're in that 1450-ish.
Yeah.
That's getting at the top end of our peak. Or climbing at the end of the peak.
So still moving it. Moving a little more rapidly than last time. We're now at 10 gallons an hour. This nest turning to make us as visible as possible to anybody out here.
9.3 gallons an hour.
I'm going to pause here for just a second. This is a really good place to be for rough lean. So we're easily a gallon an hour more rich than where we will be in just a few minutes. Or in just a few seconds. So this is a good place to just rough lean. That way, you know, you're flying the airplane, you're getting it set. Go ahead and set it to this, let things stabilize, and then once you're set cruise, you can start bringing it back a little bit more. 9.2. We're approaching the top of the curve. Temperatures move fairly quickly here. I'm still pulling back about a 1/16 of an inch per second. Good luck figuring that out. For reference, I'm back to the between the R and the E now on the mixture control.
Lake Como traffic, come off 63 Lima, turning crosswind 14 Lake Como.
Okay, we now have an EGT of 1508.
Cambridge traffic, Cessna 3653, Juliet is approximately 10 to the east at 4,100
Okay.
inbound Cambridge.
So it peaked about 1500.
Yeah, almost the exact same spot.
So right now we're at Lena peak, we're at 8.3 gallons per hour. So we're going to enrich it slightly to get back to that peak, which is going to be around 8.8. Might not be able to tell it from the video, but it is very smooth running engine all the way down to that Lena peak. So if you were flying cross country, this is roughly peak EGT. We're at 65% power. The plane could fly all day just like this.
Gallons an hour. 65%.
And smooth as silk.
What's your airspeed?
About 125.
It's not bad. That's not bad at all.
We're just loafing. True airspeed would be it'll be about the same indicated airspeed up to about 7,000 feet. And the true airspeed will be up about 10 miles an hour more than this. So maybe cruising about 150. That's about what I was getting, I think. Okay, that guy's to the east of Cambridge, so we're going to stay over here to the west. Oh, I think I see him. Right there. Yep. Got him. Or that's somebody else just like him.
Lake Como traffic, I'm on 63 Lima, turning Page, runway 14 Lake Como.
Okay. Yeah. Now what we're going to do, I'm going to go back to that rough lean.
He's 1,100 feet below us.
Okay, good. Thanks, Dave.
Oh, you.
So we're at 9.5 gallons an hour, so we're back at that rough lean point. Let's let everything settle in, and then we'll do the lean find. We're at 65% power. What do you think? Is that good enough for that part?
For the manual 65%, I think that's perfect.
Okay.
Because that'll give us, have everybody started at 40 for that without doing lean.
Okay.
Okay.
So we're now back at the, we're now back at just, the rough lean point, and this is where you would be after you've leveled off the cruise, and now you want to do your actual finding a lead. So, what do we do? You push lean find?
Yep. So lean find. We don't want rich, right? We want lean up.
I think we want rich peak.
We want rich peak. Okay. So rich peak.
Okay. So now it's showing us on the gauge a nice big number for fuel flow so we can see it. And it's tracking the EGTs of each cylinder, looking for the first one to peak. And when you're rich at peak, you want the first cylinder to peak. You still have him, Dave?
Yeah, he's only 900 feet below us now.
Okay.
He's dropping in and out.
So what the instrument is doing is sensing each cylinder individually, looking for which one peaks first. How does it indicate when one peaks?
A flashing box will tell you that it's climbing, and that's your hottest one. And when it hits peak, the column itself should start flashing.
Okay, good. So it's going to be an obvious thing.
Yeah. Right there it says leanest, but it was a false. You can see that it's telling you, because we weren't actively doing it.
So it's still climbing, but it's still flashing.
Yeah, so once you start climbing in, once it's going forward, and I can't remember what it was, it should then realize that it was a false.
I think it might think it's real. We're at 8.8 gallons an hour.
Why don't we turn south?
Okay.
That guy's right up in front of us here, minus 800.
I think I actually got him.
He's
There he
going
is.
up and down now.
He's doing some yo-yos out there.
Yep.
So it is definitely saying cylinder 4
Alright, so
is
let me
peaked.
reset it then.
Okay, let me. There we go. Okay, so I haven't started anything yet. Okay, so we're the ridge of peak side, because we're on the ridge of peak side of the peak, and we're coming towards peak. So. You said a 16th of an inch every
5 seconds.
Okay. Well, we're
And
definitely
then-
not getting 10 degrees per second.
Well, it'll flash once it starts to change 15 degrees per second.
Okay. And we want
There
it
you
to
go.
flash?
Yeah, so that'll start flashing. You want to keep basically it flashing while you climb, and then when it's looking for which of those is doing it first, and then as you climb, keep going, then it should lock on, and right there is your leanest
And
on
that,
number 2.
I believe that.
1485-ish, was that about it?
Yep. And it's at 8.8 gallons an hour. Dave, we're getting your same number each and every time.
Yep.
That's perfect. That last screenshot you sent me a couple of days ago was just perfect.
Good.
Okay, so there we are with, we're at peak. Okay. So, I'm going to go back ridge significantly.
Alright, so our lowest econ, 65%, and at peak,
8.8 gallons an hour.
8.8,
Yeah.
right? And that's where we would want people to keep it for long distance econ.
Correct.
You want to get to 14?
I'm pretty good.
Okay. Lean find it is, lean find.
Okay.
We're at your peak, go.
Yeah, we got to 1400 almost immediately. So.
No change in the temperature yet. Waiting for 15, there's 15.
Okay, numbers are really moving now. I'm moving it every couple of seconds, just a little bit of pressure on the knob. Not much at all. I know you can't feel it, but I can tell.
There it is.
Okay, so do what you need to do to show it, show the difference.
Tap it,
Okay.
to show the difference.
Okay.
There's,
Now,
now
that
we're
is-
5 less,
Okay.
2 less.
So now what I'm doing is enriching, and we're going to watch that go down to 100 less. Correct?
Correct. Oh, do I have to untap and tap? No, there it goes.
Yeah, it just takes. I was working right off the. I had just gone past it. Like I said, 15 degrees, and so it's just working its way back to peak.
And so what do we want, 50 or 100?
I think POH is 100. Best practice is 100. In an engine, you can't tell. But at 50, we had a 10.2 gallons per hour. There's really not that big of a difference, and I can also tell the power change because it's trying to climb on me. And that's probably going to settle in to be 100 degrees rich of peak right there. Okay, that's as close as you're going to get in an airplane like this. So at 100 degrees rich of peak, we're burning 10.8 gallons an hour.
Yep.
Which is a little bit more than the book value. At 65%, we were burning a little bit less than